Hello and welcome to another VRTK tutorial video. In this video we're going to show how we can set up snap zones to have rules so they'll only allow us to snap certain objects, and they will also change the highlight to the object that it's snapping. Please consider becoming a VRTK patron. There are plenty of membership levels to sign up at, and it really helps to fund these videos. And we're continuing from the previous video in this scene that has our snap zones already set up and a number of interactable objects. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this snap zone here, and we're going to have it so we restrict this snap zone so it'll only allow us to snap the pig or the gun in it, but it won't allow us to snap anything else such as this cube. We're going to set that up now, and if we look at the snap zone, we can see the snap zone facade has a snap validity on it, and that's got a rule. So all we need to do is set up a rule to allow us to snap these objects in there. Now what we could do is set up a single rule that allows that to happen. But instead of that, what I'm going to do is set up two different rules that determines this is the pig and this is the gun. And then we're also going to use that rule a little bit later to change the highlight object. So when we put this object in there, it'll highlight the pig to show that we're snapping the pig. And then when we put the gun in, it'll give us a highlight of the gun to show us we're snapping the gun. So let's get on to creating these rules. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new tag for the pig. So if I just go to add tag, and then I'm going to add a new object here, and I'm just going to call it pig. And then let's do another one for the handgun. So I'll add another tag and call it handgun. And with those tags added, then all I need to do is select the pig and make sure that is tagged as pig, and select the handgun and make sure that is tagged as handgun. As I say, we could make one tag for both of these and then create a single rule that allows this to only allow those in, but it wouldn't enable us to change the highlight object in there as well. That's why I'm doing them as two separate tags. So now let's create the two rules for these. All I need to do is create an any tag rule now. So if I go to window and then go down to Zinnia and then to the observable list component generator, what I want to do is create the component type of any tag rule. And I'll give this the container name of pig tag rule and click generate component. And now we can see we've got pig tag rule here. So if I select that, we now want to add the tag that this will match. So that would match the tag pig. So we just need to type pig in here. That rule is now created. Let's go and create another rule for our handgun. So again, another any tag rule, and I'm going to call this handgun tag rule. And we can click generate component. And then in the handgun tag rule, we want one element, and that is going to be handgun. And now we have two rules, one that determines if something has the tag of pig and one that has something that has the tag of handgun. However, if we look at our snap zone, it can only take one rule. So we want it to take anything of handgun or of type pig. So to do that, we can use another rule type. So if we go back to our component generator, and the component type we want now is an any rule. So if we look down at any rule, and we're going to add this, and we're going to call this snap zone rule, and we generate that component. And if we look at the snap zone rule, we can now see this can take a number of elements, and we want two elements in here. So I'm going to add two in here. And then we want it to take the pig rule and the handgun rule. And now this rule will say any of these rules are true, this rule will be true. So if we go back to our snap zone, we can now use our snap zone rule on our snap validity. So that will mean anything that's got the tag of pig or anything that's got the tag of handgun will be allowed to snap in here. Anything that doesn't have that tag, it will simply be ignored. So the next thing we want to do then is set it up so this highlight actually changes based on what object we're snapping into it. So if we're going to select this highlight object, we can see we've got the default highlight mesh down here. All we need to do is simply, let's just turn this off. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy in the pig mesh and we're going to copy in the handgun mesh inside this highlight mesh container. So all I need to do is select the pig, go all the way down to the block pig, and I'm just going to make a copy of this. And in our highlight mesh container, I'm going to paste that and make sure it's a child. And I just need to rework the size so this has actually become the right size because our snap zone is quite small. We need to just change these meshes so they look the right size for us. I'm just going to put different numbers in here until I get it right. So I've just gone for a scale of 888, and that seems roughly correct. And then I'm going to do the same with the handgun. So I'm going to select the handgun, go down to the handgun mesh. So all I want to do is get handgun, and I'm going to copy that, and then go to the highlight mesh container and paste it there. And then again, make sure it's a child of the highlight mesh container. And for now, I'm just going to turn off the block pig, and we can see our handgun down there. And what I want to do is just scale this up as well. So let's just put some numbers in that works. So the scale of 555 seems to be okay. And now all I want to do with both of these selected is make sure I've got all the elements selected, and I'm just going to change the material. So if I quickly just go to our snap zone and then we'll go click on the script, that will take us into the snap zone folder. And I'm just going to go to the materials, and I know I've already got this snap zone translucent that I can use, but you can use whatever material you like. I'm just going to select all of these objects, and with them all selected, I'm going to grab, drag and drop snap zone translucent over here, and they should all go into that translucent color. And now I can collapse these up. And what we want now is one of these game objects turned on when we hover the pig. And the pig highlight object we want to turn off when the handgun hovers over, and we want the handgun highlight to turn on. So to do that, we're just going to disable the handgun object by default. And then down here, we're going to create a new component. So the component type will be rules matcher. And I'm just going to call this snap zone highlighter, and then generate component. And we can see the snap zone highlighter is down here. And then all we want to do on here is add 2 elements in here. And these are the 2 rules. So what we're going to do is say, if the object that's snapped in here is a pig, we're going to do something. And if the object that's snapped in here is the handgun rule, we're going to do something else. So when the pig is snapped, we're going to do 2 things. The one thing we're going to do is turn on the pig object, and we're going to turn off the handgun object. And then when the handgun matches, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to turn off the pig, and we're going to turn on the handgun. And now all we need to do is activate this rule whenever we hover one of our objects over our snap zone. So if we go back to our snap zone and we go to its entered event, all we need to do is add a listener to the entered event, grab our snap zone highlighter, drop it into there, and then in the function, just need to go to the rules matcher and click match. And there we go. We've set up this snap zone now. So whenever we hover our pig into it, we'll get the pig highlight. And whenever we hover the gun into it, we'll get a gun highlight. But if we hover the cube into it, it won't act at all because this zone is only valid for a pig or a gun. Let's just close this window down. And now we can jump into the scene and see this working. And we're in the scene, and we can see if I pick up the pig and hover it into the snap zone, we get the pig outline of the snap zone highlight. And if I release a pig, it snaps into the snap zone. And if I take the pig out of the snap zone and pick up the handgun and we put that into the snap zone, we can see we get the handgun highlight, and releasing the handgun will snap the handgun to the snap zone. And then if I take the handgun out and we pick up the cube, we can see the cube is not activating the snap zone at all. And if I was to release it, it automatically drops as it's not activated by that snap zone. And there we go. We've set up rules now on our snap zone that only allows us to snap our handgun or our pig to it. And we can have that custom highlight as well. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Leave any likes, dislikes, comments down below. Please consider becoming a VRTK patron, and I'll see you for the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.